Shacknai. Welcome to Patrick's Corner.
Hey, what's up everyone? Let's jump right into today's case because it is a soap opera. So Rebecca Zahau was a beautiful 32-year-old woman from Burma. She was actually born under an oppressive regime in Burma. Her family was being persecuted for being Christian. So she and her family fled to Germany when she was 6 years old. For college, Rebecca went to Austria. After college, Rebecca and her family moved to the United States. Rebecca spoke 6 languages, and she worked as an eye care professional. It was at her job that she met Jonah Shacknai.
Joining us now, Jonah Shacknai, CEO of Medicis. Good morning, sir. Thanks for being with us.
Great to be with you, Mark.
Jonah Shacknai is a billionaire from the pharmaceutical industry.
Jonah Shacknai was absolutely loaded. This is the guy behind Medicis Pharmaceutical, which is the Coca-Cola of the medical cosmetics industry, a company ultimately worth billions of dollars.
Shacknai was a star in the business world, known for his innovative products.
Medicis Pharmaceutical found the holy grail. They figured out how to create something similar to Botox.
Eat the rich. Anyway, Jonah had already been married twice and had 2 teenagers from his first marriage and a 6-year-old son named Max.
Max loved Rebecca. She was extremely attentive and warm, and she had no children of her own, and I think she was a great influence on Max.
Rebecca and Jonah's relationship moved pretty quickly, and she soon quit her job so she could spend more time with Jonah. On July 11th of 2011, Rebecca, Jonah's 6-year-old son Max, and Rebecca's teen sister Zena were all at Jonah's summer home, the Speckles Mansion in Coronado, California. Coronado is a beautiful island off the coast of San Diego with a bunch of mansions on it. So Jonah was at the gym at the time of this incident, but Rebecca was in one of the mansion's 11 bathrooms when she heard a loud thud. She came out to find 6-year-old Max had fallen headfirst off the 2nd-story banister. Max was actually not breathing, so Rebecca tried to perform CPR on him as she yelled for her teen sister to call 911.
911, where's your emergency?
Rebecca's sister Zena called 911.
He fell down the stairs. He's not breathing.
Somehow, 6-year-old Max had taken a horrific fall, which neither Rebecca nor Zena saw. Rebecca called Jonah.
I sprinted into the house and saw Max laying on the floor.
Paramedics eventually arrived and they took Max to the hospital where he was put into intensive care. Since no one saw Max fall, authorities had to speculate on what happened to him. Their speculation was that little Max was either running or riding his scooter on the 2nd floor when he tripped over either the family dog or his scooter that catapulted him over the railing of the banister. He tried to grab onto the chandelier before he went head first onto the floor. Rebecca would spend the rest of the day calling her relatives. They would all say that she, of course, seemed sad because of what happened to Max, but she didn't feel guilty or responsible for what happened at all. She was just telling them that she needed to be there for her boyfriend Jonah during this tough time.
About Dad's birthday, and that's the other thing that stuck out because my dad was going to turn 79, going into 80. So we wanted to make a big birthday party thing, So she's like, Dad's birthday is in October anyway. Let the situation calm down so Jonah is not so stressed out for a few days. She's like, I'll touch base with you at the end of the week. If I am coming, what I might just do is I'll come and stay until October.
Rebecca would text Jonah that she was very optimistic about Max. She would tell Jonah everything's going to be okay. The next day, which would be July 12th, she also went to the airport to drop her sister off and pick up Jonah's brother, Adam. His brother, Adam, flew in from Tennessee.
Adam came to be with us and to be of whatever support he could. Anyone that's had a child with a grave injury understands that it's the loneliest place on earth.
Adam was a tugboat operator from Memphis, Tennessee. Rebecca, Adam, Jonah, and one of Jonah's friends all had dinner at a restaurant. Jonah and his friend then went back to the hospital to be with Max. Rebecca and Adam returned to the mansion.
Shacknai was in the guest house. Rebecca was at home. Those were the only 2 in the house.
They weren't that well known to one another, but they were exceedingly cordial. Both good people that I think had all eyes and prayers on Max.
Rebecca spent the night in the mansion. Adam was actually staying in the guest house of the mansion. He spent the night watching adult content on the computer. Records show he searched for sexy Asian women, Asian bondage, and anime adult content. Records show that Jonah called Rebecca at 12:50 a.m. She deleted the voicemail, so we'll never know for sure what was on there, but Jonah claims,
I basically was crying, and I told Rebecca what Dr. Peterson had said. The best case scenario if Max survived was that he would never walk or talk again.
At 6:45 a.m., Adam went outside to find Rebecca hanging from the mansion's balcony. She was totally naked. Her hands and feet were bound behind her back. She was also gagged with a t-shirt that had been double knotted. So Adam calls 911.
An emergency, what are you reporting?
Yeah, I got a girl hung herself. It's on Ocean Boulevard across from the hotel, same place that you came and got the kid yesterday.
Okay, sir, what is the address?
I'm not sure. 19, the back house is 1928 something.
Okay, sir, is she still alive?
I don't know. What you do?
Sir, are you there?
Are you alive? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Did you get the address?
No, sir, I need the address.
CPR right now. You came here yesterday to pick up a little boy.
Okay, sir, I wasn't working yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about.
Check your records.
Sir, I checked all of the records yesterday. I can't find anything on Ocean Boulevard. Can you tell me what the address is?
I'm looking. Just start sending them toward the hotel.
Okay, I understand that. I just need the exact address. I can't help you until I have the address.
1043 Ocean Boulevard.
1043 Ocean? Okay,
yeah.
Is she still alive?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me get the fire department. Sir, hang on. Let me get the fire department on the phone to help you, okay? Hang on just a minute.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
Fire medical emergency?
Tornado with a transfer. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Hi,
That lady is hung herself.
what's the address?
1043 Ocean Boulevard.
1043 Ocean Boulevard?
Yeah.
Okay, what's wrong?
She hung herself, man. I woke up.
Okay, is this a house?
It's a house, yeah.
Okay, how old is she?
I'd say about 30.
30? Okay. When was the last time you saw her?
Last night.
Okay, is she beyond help?
Well, give me some. I'm compressing her chest right now.
Okay, hold on. So what's your name?
Adam Shacknai.
Okay, I have help on the way. What's your cell phone number? Is it 901-485?
901-485.
Okay, listen to me. Help is coming right now, okay? And Peter, you're on the way?
Yes, we are.
Okay, and you're right there with her. Did you cut her down?
Yes, I...
When authorities arrived, they went to the room that Rebecca had hung herself in, and they found a strange message written in all black. It said, "She saved him, can you save her?" They also found an overturned wicker chair. They found that the rope Rebecca was hanging from was tied to a bed. They also found a strange book about witchcraft.
Note a curious book found on a shelf, Buckland's Complete Book of Witchcraft. As part of a rite, it shows drawings of a naked woman with her hands tied behind her back and mentions that red cord should be used.
There also appeared to be some tape residue on her leg. A defense attorney was also at the scene, and he admitted that he was representing one of the Shacknais, but he wouldn't say which one. Adam agreed to take a polygraph test.
I think I got up and reached her and realized I wasn't going to be able to get her off without a knife. I probably tried to just realize, I probably quickly, realized this ain't going to happen, like this. I went around the back into the house, which the door was open. I got a knife from their butcher block thing, came back out, cut her down, and probably called 911 shortly after, if not before.
Okay. All right. Did at any point think she was alive?
Call me, you can't can-do person or something, but probably not. But I thought, how would I answer if I didn't try something?
Okay, so
You know,
you tried
I'm a responsible person.
Okay, tried some CPR.
Yeah.
Okay, and have you been trained in that with the boat stuff?
Years and years ago.
Okay.
Not enough to amount to anything.
Okay.
After I cut her down, when I went to take her pulse, you know, at some point, which I didn't even do that first, I remember having to get something out of her hands.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I've been asking these detectives and stuff if she was tied up or what. I mean, I'm kind of
It's a
in
kind of blur, yeah.
You know, but I remember having to move something, try to get her pulse out of the way.
Okay.
You know, very much.
And how about her feet? Anything unusual about her feet?
I don't remember that, but I fear. I hope to God she wasn't tied up.
Okay.
But and I asked the detective that, you know, and
How
I don't recall.
And then, so now, as far as the CPR, you did the chest compressions, and then did you blow in her mouth and nose?
I got once I got 911 on the line, I went ahead and blew in her mouth.
Okay. And her mouth was open and clear and everything?
I didn't even do all that. I should have. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't do that tilt. I think they said tilt the head back. I didn't do any of that stuff.
Okay.
I just put my mouth over hers. I said, fuck it. It's my brother's girlfriend. I'll do it. I did it.
All right, and no tape across her mouth or anything like this?
No. There was a gag in her mouth, though.
A gag in her mouth?
Yeah.
What was that?
Something. I had to pull something out of her mouth.
Okay. But the most important thing of all is what?
Be honest.
That's it. Honest or don't lie. Either answer is acceptable. Regarding the death of Rebecca, do you know for sure if anyone did anything to her that resulted in her death?
No.
Regarding the death of Rebecca, did you yourself do anything to her that resulted in her death?
No.
Regarding the death of Rebecca, were you in that guest room that she was found hanging from at any time during the night?
No.
These are hard tests to do when you're this close to what's going on here, like you said.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get rid of that emotional factor.
Right.
And you could have done a whole lot worse on the test. Could have done a whole lot better, too. But based on what I've got here, we're kind of in an inconclusive range.
But polygraph tests are very unreliable. They can't be used in court or anything. Anyway, news of Rebecca's death spread quickly. One news helicopter even got footage of Rebecca's body on their camera and showed it on TV. Stock for Jonah's company was plummeting with the news, so he rushed investigators. On September 2nd, 2011, officials ruled that Rebecca had taken her own life, which didn't sit well with her family and a lot of other people. I mean, it's been heard of that people have tied their hands behind their back when they hang themselves to prevent themselves from saving themselves, but tying their feet behind their back is very odd. A woman doing that completely naked for everyone to see is also super rare.
Police photos.
No woman would bind their feet with rope, bind their hands behind their back, put a t-shirt around their neck, gag it in their mouth, and then jump over a balcony.
Anybody that looks at this says this could not be a suicide.
Plus, Rebecca was a devout Christian.
Kind of a delicate question. Is there something about your sister and her faith that would make suicide even less likely?
Yes, we were raised Christians, and we believe that if we commit suicide, we go to hell. We have a very strong faith, and that's what keeps us going right now. We believe that God will answer our prayers, and prayer is going to be the key to this whole case. And we believe that God is going to reveal at some point what happened to my sister.
The way she was knotted in the bed, she would have literally had to hop to the balcony and somehow managed to push herself over. Police did release a video, though, to try to show the public that it is possible to kill yourself that way.
5'2"3/4", and I weigh 115 pounds.
26-year-old Patricia Lanham agreed to reenact the Zahau hanging scenario. She's about the same height and 15 pounds heavier than Rebecca Zahau. We start with that cryptic message painted on the bedroom door.
Well, I never really paint in that large of a font.
She saved him. Can you save her? Investigators believe Zahau was naked when she painted that message because they found black paint on her breasts. In fact, Zahau would have been naked during this entire suicide scenario.
It would actually take a little bit of planning.
This is the same type of rope that detectives say Zahau cut into 3 pieces using a knife and tied to the foot of a bed.
Still didn't think of how much I need to leave.
Zahau could have draped the rope over the balcony to eyeball its length.
What is it from here to here?
She would need about 30 feet of rope for the hanging itself. Another section of rope she used to tie her ankles, wrapping it several times in a figure-8 pattern, according to investigators. Next, the noose, a simple slip knot using 11 inches of rope. It goes around her neck over the top of her hair. Then detectives say she used a long-sleeve shirt to gag herself. The sleeves are looped around her neck, tied in a knot, and the shirt itself is placed inside her mouth.
It seems like it could be impossible, and it seems really odd and bizarre. Like, why would she do that? Why would she go through these steps? And it just seems highly unusual.
Investigators believe Zahau bound her wrists using the same figure-8 pattern, first in front of her body. Then she would have slipped one hand out and reinserted it into the ropes behind her back. It's a complex suicide scenario that our criminal justice student was able to accomplish in less than half an hour.
With all the steps taken to actually get it done, there's a whole lot of time to change your mind and think, no, I don't really want to do this.
While bound and gagged, Zahau would have hopped across the bedroom to face the balcony railing. Detectives found footprints and toe prints on the balcony floor. This bed frame railing is 38 inches high, about the same height as the balcony railing.
Did you have any bruises on her hips or anything?
The autopsy report shows Zahau did have 3 small abrasions across her abdomen. To complete the hanging, detectives say Zahau leans forward and falls over the balcony head first. A 9-foot drop before the rope snaps tight.
I think that all we showed is that it was possible for her to do this herself.
On July 16th, which was 5 days after Rebecca's death, 6-year-old Max passed away from his injuries. His death was ruled an accident. In 2017, the Zahau family sued Adam Shacknai for the wrongful death of Rebecca. They sued him for just 1 penny to try to show that they weren't after money. In that court case, lawyers for Rebecca's family made some pretty shocking allegations. The family's lawyers say that Adam actually sexually assaulted Rebecca before he killed her. They say he used part of a knife and twisted it around in Rebecca's intimate area before he killed her. To prove this, they brought in Dr. Cyril Wecht, who is a very well-known person. He's done autopsies on Anna Nicole Smith, JFK, and John Bennett Ramsey, among others. Dr. Wecht said that the fractures on Rebecca's neck were consistent with manual strangulation and were not consistent with the hanging. He said that the manner of death was a homicide. In April of 2018, the jury came back with a 9-3 verdict.
Was Rebecca Zahau harmed before her death by Adam Zahau's conduct? The answer is yes.
A jury finding this man, her boyfriend's brother Adam Shacknai, responsible for her death, awarding her family $5 million in damages.
This has always been about getting the sheriff's department to reopen this up. Adam Shacknai doesn't have money. This isn't about money. It's about getting the sheriff's department to open this up, do their job. This clearly isn't a suicide. It should be reopened, and they should use their resources to do their job correctly.
I want to thank the jury for spending so many weeks to get justice for Rebecca. Hopefully people will know that she didn't commit suicide.
Let me just say this about, I've been living with, horrible false accusations, and yeah, they bother me, but I'll say this, the people I come in contact with, be it friends, co-workers, acquaintances, strangers, it's very gratifying to know that I've never come across one who thought for a second that I had anything to do with it. And yeah, it bothers me, but it doesn't bother anybody else because they know me and they see me for what I am.
A civil trial is different from a criminal trial in that you don't have to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You just have to prove it's more likely than not. Adam has maintained his innocence.
And I've been touched. Hell fucking no. I wouldn't fucking waste my time killing Rebecca Zahau. I never touched her. And I was in that guest house, and that's all I can tell you. I mean, it's ridiculous it's just so insulting that somebody would waste their time killing Rebecca.
The judgment was appealed back and forth until 2019, when the insurance company that was covering Adam's legal fees decided to settle with the Zahau family for $600,000. As part of the settlement agreement, the family can't sue Adam again. So that's that. Let me know what you think happened to Rebecca in the comments, and Max for that matter, because there are some questions surrounding Max's death. I just don't have time to get to them in this video. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Bye!
In the darkness, where secrets hide, there's a corner where the truth resides. Gather round, all you seekers of the night. Welcome to Patrick's Dark Corner, where things come to light.